Oi pessoal, estou aqui com mais um vídeo de Skyrim, continuando as missões do colégio de Winterhold, então já deixa um like no vídeo e se inscreve no canal. E bem, no último vídeo nós completamos a primeira missão, que envolvia lá a primeira lição de magia, e já iniciei a segunda missão, que era para vir aqui para as ruínas de Saarthal. Então eu já estou aqui, o professor ainda não chegou, então tem que esperar ele. Enquanto isso, vou explorando aqui a área de fora da ruína. Eu vou usar a função esperar para o professor aparecer mais rápido. Aqui eu esperei de novo para ver se os outros alunos iam aparecer, mas por enquanto só tem essa.
This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think?
And here we all are. Shall we step inside? All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
I'm not so sure we should be here.
As some of you may know, Saarthal was one of the early Nord settlements of Skyrim.
You know, there might be gold somewhere in here.
Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Saarthal. This is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early civilization. Well, are there any questions before we begin? Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist atualmente? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Brelina, my dear, why don't you search for warding magics? Anything designed to keep people out. Don't interact with them, just identify them. All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
I wonder if everyone else will be so happy to from the bones of their ancestors.
Jazargo finds nothing but dust in these ruins.
Can you imagine what it was like living here so long ago? The first men in Tamriel. Here. I wonder if everyone else would be so happy to rifle through the bones of their ancestors.
Do you think this something to make Jazargo a powerful wizard?
I'm not seeing signs of any warding magics at all. Either they're not here, or they were removed long ago.
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secure.
Well, certainly none of this will benefit my research. What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine, just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. Just round up the rest of the magical artifacts so that I can catalog them. All right, then.
Detalhe, pessoal. Eu acho que a Bethesda tem as preferências dela e o colégio do Winterhold está entre os queridinhos dela. Porque tem uma outra missão secundária que também envolve essa ruína que nós estamos aqui. Só que para você fazer essa outra missão secundária, você obrigatoriamente tem que entrar para o colégio de Winterhold. Ou pelo menos, em teoria, você é obrigado. O jogo ele não te dá meios ali para você concluir essa missão secundária sem ser membro do colégio de Winterhold. Porém, utilizando os códigos, a gente consegue burlar isso. Mas é só usando os códigos. Eu vou fazer um vídeo separado sobre essa missão e com um personagem que não é membro do colégio de Winterhold para mostrar isso.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it? Do you see that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall. It must be connected to the amulet. I wonder, what effect might your spells have? Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting. Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place?
Behold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find? They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy. Mm-hmm. Guess it's all clear now. Be prepared to defend yourself. This is simply fascinating. I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. This bears closer inspection. I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on. See if you can find whatever this vision of yours mentioned. But if it is truly dangerous, be careful. Go on ahead. I'll be sure and catch up with you before long.
Eu não mencionei antes, mas dessa vez eu não vou coletar todos os itens como normalmente eu faço, porque esse personagem aqui ele não consegue carregar muito peso, já que o foco dele não é a estamina, e ele também não tem cavalo, então daí seria mais difícil para mim ir até uma cidade e vender os itens.
armor awaits. Such an abrupt end to our game.
I thought it high time I caught up with you. I never imagined we'd find something like this, huh? Keep it busy. I'll try to drain some of its power. There! Now attack it! To our game. I'm not the only one seeing this, am I? Why, this is utterly unique.
como eu disse, essa ruína aqui, ela tá associada com uma outra missão secundária. Como eu derrotei aqui o boss da dungeon, digamos assim, eu peguei essa nota aqui e ao ler ela, iniciou essa missão secundária que eu tinha mencionado. Normalmente a gente inicia essa missão lendo um livro. No caso, o livro ele pode estar em qualquer lugar, você encontra ele aleatoriamente e quando você lê ele, ele inicia a missão.
This is simply fascinating. I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Savos Aran of this discovery? Please, hurry.
If there are any problems.
You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Aran, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now. I see. I trust that Tolfdir will provide a more specific explanation. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful. Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. Personally? No, not I. One of their number used to advise the Archmage when I was but an apprentice here. But that was a great many years ago, before all the members of the Order were called back to the Isle of Artaeum, and it disappeared entirely. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain.
Então nós terminamos aqui a missão, já iniciamos a próxima também. Então eu vou ficando por aqui. Deixa o like no vídeo, se inscreva no canal e até a próxima.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if